Some artists get one shot at the spotlight, and they make it count. Then, somehow, the world moves on. And a voice that should have defined a generation fades into the background. Tonight, we revisit 10 one-hit wonders from rock and pop history who deserved a much longer run. And if stories like these interest you, consider subscribing so you never miss a video from Rock and Rewind. Number 10. Zager and Evans.
In the year 2525, if man is still alive.
In the summer of 1969, two guys from Lincoln, Nebraska knocked the Beatles off the top of the charts. Their song, In the Year 2525, spent 6 weeks at number 1 and sold over 4 million copies worldwide.
Everything you think, do, and say is in the pill you took today.
It was eerie, philosophical, and completely unlike anything else on the radio. A sweeping meditation on technology, swallowing humanity whole.
555, your arms are hanging limp at your sides.
Den Zager and Rick Evans had been playing clubs and small venues for years before that record broke. They had the talent, the ideas, and the ambition.
In the year 8510, God is gonna shake his mind.
But follow-up singles went nowhere, and by 1972, the duo had dissolved. Evans kept writing. The world just stopped listening.
95, I'm kinda wondering if man is gonna be alive.
Number 9. Charlene.
Been to Georgia and California and anywhere I could.
By 1982, Charlene Duncan had already been dropped by Motown once. Her song, I Never Been to Me, had actually been released back in 1977 and vanished without a trace.
I've no doubt you dream about the things you'll never do.
Then a radio DJ in New Zealand rediscovered it, played it on air, and the phones exploded.
I've been to paradise, but I've never been to me.
Motown rushed it back into release. The song climbed to number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and hit number 1 in the United Kingdom and Australia.
Ran out of places and friendly faces because I had to be.
Charlene had a second shot at a career. But the music industry of the early 80s was ruthless and trend-driven, and no follow-up ever found that kind of traction. She remains a fascinating case of almost twice.
Have made me complete, but I took the sweet life and never knew.
Number 8. Stiltskin. British rock does not get much more dramatic than the opening seconds of Inside. That thunderous, churning guitar riff stopped commuters cold when it appeared in a Levi's jeans commercial in 1994, and the song rocketed to number 1 in the United Kingdom almost overnight.
That's because I'm slightly blinded.
Stiltskin's debut album, The Mind's Eye, sold over 200,000 copies on the strength of that single track.
Swing low in a dark glass hour, you turn and cower, see it turn to dust, move on a
Frontman Ray Wilson had genuine vocal power. He later went on to replace Phil Collins as the singer of Genesis, which tells you everything about the caliber of talent involved. But Stiltskin itself never cracked the commercial code again, and the band faded before most American listeners ever knew their name.
That's because I'm broken-minded.
Number 7. Nena. In 1983, a 23-year-old singer from Hagen, West Germany, recorded a song about balloons and nuclear paranoia that became one of the defining anthems of Cold War anxiety. 99 Red Balloons, or 99 Luftballons in the original German, reached number 2 on the American charts and number 1 in over a dozen countries. Nena was not a novelty act. She was a serious rock musician with a full band, strong songwriting instincts, and a catalog that German audiences adored for years. But in the English-speaking market, the language barrier and the narrow expectations of radio programmers kept her boxed in as a one-record wonder. She toured, she recorded, she endured. The American charts never came calling again. Number 6. Tommy Tutone. In the early 80s, a catchy song about a phone number scrawled on a bathroom wall became a genuine cultural phenomenon. 8675309 by Tommy Tutone reached number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1982 and lodged itself permanently in the memory of an entire generation. Phone companies reportedly received thousands of calls to that number from people dialing it just to see what would happen. Frontman Tommy Heath and guitarist Jim Keller had real rock and roll instincts, and their debut album showed genuine songwriting range. The problem was that lightning-in-a-bottle novelty, the kind of hook that sticks in the brain forever, often consumes the artist who creates it. Radio wanted another 8675309, and when that did not arrive, the stations moved on. Before we continue, we want to hear from you. Drop a comment and let us know where you are watching from. We love hearing from Rock and Rewind viewers all around the world, and your comments help us keep making videos like this one. Number 5. Fastball. The Way, released in 1998, was the kind of song that seemed to arrive from nowhere and then lived everywhere. On radio, in films, in television montages, in the back of memory for anyone who heard it that summer. The Austin, Texas trio built the song around the real story of an elderly couple who drove away from their Texas home in 1997 and were found dead in Colorado, apparently having abandoned their ordinary lives. It was haunting, melodic, and impossible to ignore. Fastball had genuine critical credibility. They won a Grammy Award for Best Pop Performance by a duo or a group with vocal. Their albums had depth and craft. But the commercial machine of late 90s radio had already moved on to boy bands and pop production, and a guitar-driven trio from Texas found itself without a lane. They kept playing. The hits just stopped finding them. Number 4. Gerardo.
My only addiction has to do with a female species. I eat them raw like sushi. No me gusta entero, mi estilo es moderno.
In 1991, Rico Suave was inescapable. Gerardo Mejia, an Ecuadorian-born singer and model based in Los Angeles, crafted a bilingual rap and R&B hybrid that reached number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 and made him one of the most visible Latin artists in mainstream American pop at that moment.
Would you rather have me lie, take a piece of your pie and say bye, or be honest and rub your thigh? My left side!
The song was cocky, witty, and built on a genuinely clever fusion of English and Spanish. What came next surprised almost everyone. Instead of chasing a second hit, Gerardo quietly pivoted.
A man like me, that's why I juggle 2 or 3. I ain't one to commit, you can't omit that bit. You bought the question that...
He became a talent scout and executive at Interscope Records, where he played a direct role in signing Enrique Iglesias and helping develop his American career. The one-hit wonder became a kingmaker. Few people outside the industry ever knew. Number 3. The Boomtown Rats. I Don't Like Mondays remains one of the most devastating songs in rock history. A cool and unsettling piece of storytelling about the 1979 Grover Cleveland Elementary School shooting in San Diego, California. Bob Geldof wrote it after reading a wire service teletype about the incident, and the Boomtown Rats recorded a version so controlled and precise that it still sounds chilling nearly 5 decades later.
So shocked by this world is rock, and their thoughts turn to their own little girl.
The song reached #1 in the United Kingdom and across Europe. In the United States, radio programmers were squeamish about the subject matter, and the song received limited airplay despite its quality. Geldof, of course, went on to organize Live Aid in 1985, one of the largest benefit concerts in history. The Rats had real range and real ambition. American radio just never gave them the room to prove it.
Daddy doesn't understand it. She always said she was good as gold.
Number 2, Tony Basil. 1982 was not a subtle year. Mickey, with its cheerleader stomp and its relentless chant, hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for a week that felt like a month. Tony Basil was not simply a pop singer, however. She was a choreographer, a director, and a performance artist who had worked with David Bowie, the Rolling Stones, and the Talking Heads before Mickey ever crossed anybody's desk.
Oh, Mickey, what a pity you don't understand. You take me by the heart when you take me by the hand. Yeah!
She was 40 years old when Mickey reached #1. 40. In an industry that worshipped youth, that was almost unheard of. Her album, Word of Mouth, showed real creative vision, and the videos she directed were technically ahead of their time.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine, you're so fine, you blow my mind, hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Oh.
But the machinery of pop radio in the early 80s needed a product it could repeat, and Tony Basil refused to become a formula. The follow-up singles never matched the commercial moment, and she returned to the choreography world that had always respected her, on her own terms entirely.
Now when you take me by the who's ever gonna know? Every time you move, I let a little
#1, Debby Boone.
So many nights I'd sit by.
You Light Up My Life spent 10 consecutive weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1977.
You light up my life.
10 weeks. That tie for the longest reign in the chart's history at that time tells you just how completely the song had captured the public imagination. Debby Boone was 22 years old, the daughter of singer Pat Boone, and the song arrived at a moment when American audiences were hungry for something warm and uncomplicated after years of turbulence.
Alone in the dark, but now you've come.
The song won the Academy Award for Best Original Song and earned Boone a Grammy Award for Best New Artist.
You light up my days and feel.
She had real vocal warmth, genuine stage presence, and a desire to build a lasting career in both pop and country music.
You light up my life. You
Follow-up recordings never found the same commercial altitude, but Boone transitioned into gospel and Christian music, where she built a long and respected second chapter. She never disappeared. She simply found her audience somewhere the pop charts were not watching.